Okay. Okay. Welcome everyone to I Have My Oils Now What? So this is my favorite class to teach, and I'm so excited to be with you this evening to just give you some highlights about the products that you already purchased and maybe share some ideas on how you can best utilize these products in your current lifestyle. And maybe you'll hear about some other things as well that you may want to put on your wish list for future potential purchases. And I have tons of recipes to share, and also some safety tips as well. So this is a great class for someone who's just getting started with their oils, or someone who just needs a refresher if you've been away from your oils for a while and they're sort of sitting on the shelf and they're becoming shelf help, and you're just looking at them like, I don't even know what to do with these things, then you're in the right place. So that's what we're going to be covering tonight. I have a lot of content here. I'm going to go through fairly quickly. You may want to have a pen and a notepad if you want to jot down some notes. Feel free to take screenshots if you'd like. I'm going to be sharing lots of recipes. So that's probably easier to just take a picture of the slide rather than try to scramble and write everything down. So with that said, and I'll just tell you a tiny little bit about myself. I've been working with essential oils for 16 years now. So I absolutely love this profession. I love sharing and teaching people how to use essential oils to improve their physical health, their mental health, and even their financial health. So doTERRA has an amazing business opportunity as well, which I'm not going to get into tonight, but that class is coming. I'm going to talk about that on Monday night at 7. So tonight is all about the products. So let's get going. All right, here we go. So some of the kits, I'm just going to share some of the kits that perhaps you have purchased. And these are the things that I'm going to be going over tonight, just so you know. If any of these look familiar, you're covered. And if there's something that you really want to know about, just type it in the chat and I'll make sure that I cover it before we complete our time together tonight. But this is the Healthy Start Kit, which is basically the top 10 oils with the little Brevi diffuser. So that's one kit that's very popular that I will be covering. Another kit super popular is the Home Essentials kit. So this is what we love to refer to as the big bottle kit. And this was the petal diffuser, and then 10 very popular oils with that one. And then the third kit that is extremely popular is the Healthy Habits kit. This has the Lifelong Vitality vitamins, as well as the Deep Blue Rub, a couple more supplements, and 5 of the most popular essential oils. So you're going to hear a little bit about pretty much, all of those things in the course of the next 50 minutes or so. Okay, so the first thing that I like to tell everybody is open the bottles. I know Jennifer's been doing that. She's doing a great job opening her bottles. And the other thing you want to do is label them. There's nothing that bothers me more than unlabeled bottles. It's just like a little pet peeve of mine, but I promise you, you'll love to put the little stickers on the tops of your bottles. And these are things that you could purchase in your back office. I think they're 50 cents or $1, and well worth it, because if you like to be organized, like I do, and just really, find your stuff easily. Once you start collecting, a lot of oils, they all look the same from the top, right? They'll have the black cap on. So it's just easier to find them when they are labeled. So, and the next thing is to put your oils where you will use them. So this is really important. You don't want to be hiding them under the bathroom sink or putting them in a closet, because out of sight, out of mind, right? So in my family, I have my oils. I have a big set of oils right next to me in my office. So I have a big oil holder. Can't see it right now, but I have probably 30 oils right next to me, because those are things that I like to use during the day when I'm working and put in my diffuser. And I have oils in a box next to my bed for the same reason, because there's certain oils that I really like to use when I first wake up and also when I'm going to sleep. And then I have my big oil set in the kitchen that sort of lives in the kitchen. It lives on a chair right now, honestly, in a big case. But I recently purchased a wall unit, like a wall shelf that I'm going to hang on my kitchen wall. And then everything will be displayed really nicely on the wall. So I feel that if I don't see them, I'm not using them. And I also have some in my purse, because if I don't have them with me, then of course I can't even, help other people. Just like you mentioned, Jennifer, that you were able to whip out the breathe to help that lady, which was so great. Just think of all the people that you can help if you have stuff with you. So it's really great to travel with your oils as well. Okay, so this slide, you may want to take a picture, but this is just a compilation of my favorite ways to learn about the oils. So these are my favorite books. Advanced Oil Magic, I will say, is my absolute favorite. So that one I love so much. It has beautiful pictures and illustrations, very easy to understand. Modern Essentials is a little bit different of a feeling with it. It's more like a physician's desk reference. So it's a little bit more clinical, but also excellent information. And then of course the Facebook groups, there's so many that teach about essential oils, mine being the best. Of course, I'm not biased, but Essential Oil Enlightenment, I think, is the best Facebook group out there to learn about the oils. And then this app is my favorite, this EOE Books. So this app, you can get it on Android and iPhone. There is a one-time fee for it. I'm not exactly sure how much it is. It could be $12.99 at this point. I purchased it years and years ago, so I don't even know what it is now. But I will tell you that I use the app every single day. No kidding. So sometimes, you always have your phone with you, right? You don't always have a big textbook with you. I love both. I love the feel of a book and looking through the pages of a book. And I also love the convenience of having an app, so that I can look up, if there's an oil that I'm not sure how to use, I can look up the oil and it'll tell me all the properties and uses of that oil. And if there's an ailment that I'm not quite sure how to resolve, then I can look up the specific health concern, specific ailment, and get protocols. Plus, this app actually has something very unique, which no other app has, which are testimonials. So this app is amazing. I find it the best. And I typically will screenshot for somebody. If somebody asks me, what do I do for migraine headache? I just did this yesterday, and I'll look up migraines. I'll screenshot the page that shows what oils are best for that issue, plus what protocols, are recommended, and I just send it to the person. And they love it because it's like a third party, credible resource for them to understand how to use their oils. So love, love, love this app, highly recommend. And then we also have Modern Essentials in like the soft cover style. And then there's this other one, the Essential Life book. So more than enough resources for you to learn. And if anyone needs books, I have books. So I have this Advanced Oil Magic for a discounted price. And I think I also have Modern Essentials as well. So let me know if you're local to me, you need books, let me know, and I can help you with that. Okay, so the first thing I love to talk about is diffusing and how important it is, because what we smell literally changes how we feel. So diffusing is the best way to introduce essential oils into your family's life. It's in a very non-invasive way, right? Because people typically are used to candles, let's say, or Febreze, or most people want their home to smell good, right? So this is a really great way to get good smells in your home without the toxicity of candles or Glade plugins, or those typical air fresheners that a lot of people like to use. So using a diffuser is super easy. Most of them are water-based. So just a couple tips for the water-based diffusers is you don't want to overfill it. So just look carefully when you're examining your diffuser. You don't want to go over the water line, otherwise it won't work. So Just be careful about that. I use 4 to 10 drops in the diffuser, and it really depends on how strong I want that smell in my room, how close am I to the diffuser, and how big my room is. So for my bedroom, for example, I'm usually using maybe 5 drops because my diffuser is right next to me, right next to my bed. But for my living room, I'm usually using 10 drops because it's a much bigger room and I'm walking around. So, the number of drops is really kind of dependent on the size of the room and how close you are to the diffuser. I like to keep a little jar of water. So for example, I have this jar of water next to my diffuser, and it just makes refilling them very easy. So for example, let's see if I can get this over here. I have my little koala diffuser here. He's so cute. And I'm going to fill him right now with the water. Let's see. So in the morning when I wake up, I have a little routine for myself that I just go around and fill all the diffusers. It's like watering the plants, brush my teeth, fill the diffusers. That way, they're all set for the day. And sometimes in the evening, I go to bed later than my husband. So I like to get the diffuser set up at night before he goes to sleep, so I'm not waking him up like trying to finagle the diffuser, although I've actually gotten really good at filling it completely in the dark. I just have a feel for how many drops are coming out of that bottle. So I'm putting in Holiday Joy right now, and I'm doing
your favorite.
my favorite 4 drops. So Jennifer, when November comes around, we'll be talking to you about Holiday Joy because it is literally the most amazing smell of any oil ever.
I feel like I saw it in your bathroom, Felicia.
Oh yeah, yep, yep. It's on the little shelf there. Yep.
When I come on Monday, I'm gonna smell it.
Okay.
So you'll have the smell. Okay, so now you can see my little koala steaming away here. Oh, I'm so happy now with my Holiday Joy. Life is grand. All right, fantastic. And then you can clean your diffuser every 1 to 2 weeks with a soft cloth, just kind of wipe out the inside. Some people say clean it with vinegar. I don't agree with that. I think vinegar is a little bit harsh for the inner workings of the diffuser. Plus, who likes to smell vinegar diffusing? Nobody. So I don't clean with vinegar. I just don't like the smell of it, and I don't think it's necessary. I think just wiping it out with a paper towel, a damp paper towel, is totally fine, and it works just fine. So of course, depending on what you're diffusing, sometimes you have to clean maybe a little bit more often, but I find like every 2 to 4 weeks is fine for my diffusers. So it's up to you. Okay, here are some recipes now for diffusing blends for immunity. So these are specifically to support the immune system. So you can see just a couple of combos here, and all of these oils, probably most of you have, because these are the most popular ones that come in those starter kits. So On Guard, lemon, and Melaleuca or tea tree. So you could combine those 3 together. If someone is really, really sick in the house, you could add oregano with lemon and On Guard. I personally don't love diffusing oregano because I just don't love the smell of it. But if someone were really super sick, then I would make an exception and get it in there. But I personally would just rather put oregano on the bottom of my feet than put it in my diffuser. So I typically do not diffuse oregano. And then the last one is On Guard, peppermint, and lemon. Those 3 together are really good. When my family and I had COVID back in January of 2021, we were diffusing On Guard and Breathe together like 24/7. So that really helped us to support our lung function and minimize our symptoms, and we got better pretty quickly. And this was before the vaccine was even available. So I think we had the Delta variant. So we were sick, but thank goodness for the oils, we really were able to recover much more quickly. Okay, so this blend is one of my favorites to just have an uplifting and beautiful aroma in the home. So Citrus Bliss is a blend of all the citrus oils. It also has a little bit of vanilla in there. So to me, it smells a little bit like a creamsicle.
It does.
Just really happy.
Does.
You have it. Okay, she has it already. Okay, so
Yes, and I'm gonna put my label on it.
yay! Label those bottles, no naked bottles. So beautiful Citrus Bliss, just very inviting, invigorating, uplifting. I like to diffuse this during the day, especially if my husband is home and my son. I call them Mr. Minus. Both of them can be very negative. So especially, I don't know, just certain times when they're together and I feel outnumbered by the two of them, they gang up on me. They're negative. Like, okay, time for the Citrus Bliss. Let's get it going in the diffuser. And it really helps to improve everyone's mood. So love, love, love this one, especially when people are feeling sad or nasty or,
Just having a
out of
bad
sorts.
day.
Yeah, they're having a bad day. We get the Citrus Bliss going. Okay, so I talked about this one just before, but On Guard and Breathe together for respiratory support. So this one, like I said, was a great combo for our family when we had COVID and really helped to keep the lung function strong. And of course, the On Guard in the diffuser just really helps your body to overcome whatever illness is attacking it. So here we are in New Jersey, coming up to the lovely hay fever season, right? Or seasonal allergy season. So this combo is the best for allergies. And I know Bermuda loves this combination. A lot of people in Bermuda suffer with allergies and asthma. And I think this blend is very, very popular. Siobhan, you can attest to this, I'm sure. But lemon, lavender, and peppermint together, 2 drops of each in the diffuser, very, very helpful for symptoms associated with seasonal allergies like runny nose and watery eyes and sneezing and scratchy throat. So anything that, you would associate with seasonal allergies, this is awesome. Okay, so for sleep, there's lots of different ways you can go with sleep. And here's a list of some of the things that I like to put in my diffuser at night. Balance, lavender, serenity. I'll tell you, serenity is by far my absolute favorite. And I've been diffusing serenity every night for 8 years now. Yes, 8 years, going on 9 years. So that is a long time. It's a lot of serenity in my life. And serenity, I find, is just the perfect combination because it has Roman chamomile in it. It has vetiver, it has ylang ylang, it has lavender. So that blend for me is just instantly calming, so beautiful. And then what I'll do is use serenity as my base in the diffuser, and then I'll add something else depending on what I'm working on that day. So sometimes it's On Guard. If I feel like, oh, I have a little sniffle or I have a scratchy throat, I'm like, let's get the On Guard going. Sometimes it's cedarwood, just to add to that calming benefit of the serenity. Sometimes it's Breathe. If my husband is snoring or he's congested, I'm putting Breathe in there. So you can, experiment and see what you like best. But for me, serenity is the bomb. And that is the one that really helps me the most. But like I said, I'm usually switching it up by adding something different to it every night. So like I said, this is the perfect sleep diffuser blend because it's got the lavender, vetiver, Roman chamomile, vanilla, Hawaiian sandalwood. So I think this one should be on everyone's wish list. Okay, so the next thing we're going to talk about is applying oils topically. So we talked about diffusing. Let's talk about topical application of essential oils. So when we're actually applying things either to ourselves or to another person, just that human touch, it really helps to release endorphins that can reduce pain and elevate the mood. So let's talk about dilution, safety tips, and how to make a roller bottle. So diluting is really important when we're applying essential oils to our body. We recommend a carrier oil like fractionated coconut oil, which doTERRA sells. Many people are familiar with coconut oil, but most people haven't heard of fractionated coconut oil. So if you're familiar with coconut oil, you've seen it in the store. It comes in a jar. It's like white. It looks like lard almost, right?
Yeah.
And when it melts down, then you see, the oil really, melts down, right? But yet it will still have a little bit of a smell and a little bit of a taste of coconut, right? But when it goes through this process of fractionating, it removes the smell of coconut. And that's why this is such a great carrier oil to use when you're making your own blends and your own roller bottles. There's no smell. It doesn't go rancid like many other carrier oils do. When I first started with essential oils 16 years ago, I was using olive oil as a carrier oil. And after, a year or two, I'd whip out that roller bottle that I made, 2 years prior, and I'd open it up and start to use it and be like, ew, that smells so bad. It's because the olive oil went bad in the roller. So just be cautious if you're going to use a different carrier oil. There's plenty of them, there's jojoba, there's almond oil, there's olive oil, there's so many, but I really feel that, and so does doTERRA, really feels that this is the best carrier oil to use when you're diluting and when you're making your own stuff. There's no aroma, so it's not going to compete with the smell of your essential oils. It's also very lightweight and not greasy. So when you're working with babies, children, elderly, animals, you must dilute. A regular healthy adult, you don't have to dilute the oils when you're putting them on, but I always think it's a good idea because it's going to help you stretch your oils so they last longer, right? Anytime you're using a hot oil like On Guard, peppermint, deep blue, oregano, especially oregano, and especially clove, these are considered hot oils, meaning they're very skin sensitive. I would add ginger to that list too. So oregano, cinnamon, clove, those are the really hot oils. I have no issues with peppermint, deep blue, or On Guard. I think those are relatively, mild enough to be applied topically without dilution. But the end of that list, I would definitely dilute. And if you do get an essential oil in a sensitive area, you're going to flush it with a carrier oil, not water. So many people, their first instinct is to go wash it, right? I got something, I got oregano on my arm and it feels like it's stinging. I don't like this feeling. So your instinct is, I'm going to wash it off. But that actually drives it in further. So you don't want to wash it because oil and water don't mix, right? Do you want to add right on top of that area? If you have oregano on your skin and you're not liking how it's feeling, you would just add some coconut oil or really any fatty oil that you can put your hands on quickly so that you can mitigate that stinging sensation. So how to use it? You just would put a couple of pumps into your hand, and then add a few drops of your essential oil to your hand and then apply it to your body. Simple as that. So doTERRA does sell these pumps, which make it a little bit easier to get the product out. And this is how I use the coconut oil with my dog. So if I'm going to be putting an oil on her, let's say adaptive, I will put 1 drop of adaptive in my hand. I'll do a pump of the coconut oil, rub my hands together, and then pet her. And that is perfect for my little 15-pounder. Just 1 drop diluted, and it really helps to calm her down. So many times people feel like, oh, if I dilute my essential oils, then it's going to reduce the effectiveness of it. And actually, the opposite is true. So more isn't more. In fact, less is more. So you can see by this illustration that when these little round yellow circles are representing the essential oil, so molecules. So when you don't dilute and you just putting the oil directly on your skin, whoops, you can see that, you can see that it does penetrate the epidermis. It does, start to get in into the first couple of layers of the skin. So that's great. But look at what happens when you dilute. So when you dilute, more of the essential oils are actually able to penetrate deeper into the skin tissue. So just keep that in mind, that diluting your essential oils does not reduce the effectiveness. It does maybe slow the absorption rate, but you are going to get a very good benefit by diluting. So 3 reasons to dilute, just to wrap it up, is protect the sensitive skin, stretch your essential oils to save money, and make your oils longer lasting on the tissues and therefore more effective. Here's a safety tip. Do not drop essential oils into the nose or the eyes or your ear canal. So never put essential oils into your ear. You could potentially pierce your eardrum. That is not fun. So don't put oils into your ear. Okay, so here's another recipe for you to try. This one is for congested sinuses. So for this one, you're going to boil some water, put it in a cup, like a mug, and then add 1 to 2 drops of each of the oils that you see there on the screen. You're going to cover your eyes and lean over the cup and take deep inhales for, sinus discomfort. So I actually like to put a towel over my head. I use a bowl, a Pyrex bowl that's a little bit bigger, and I pour my oils in the hot water, and then I kind of tent myself over the bowl with my towel and breathe in that little mixture, and it really helps to help drain the sinuses and get you decongested quickly. If you do have an earache, here's one way that works really, really well. So remember I said don't pour oils into the ear canal. However, you can put basil, lavender, melaleuca on a cotton ball and just rest that cotton ball, right inside the ear, like where you would put an earbud. So that's okay. You can put oils like right in that little notch there where you would put an earbud, but you're never going to pour oils down the ear canal. Okay. So this works really, really well for ear infections. You can also get the oils around the ear and then down the mastoid bone, down even into the jawline. That really helps to alleviate ear discomfort. Okay, so here's another safety tip as we're heading into the beautiful spring and summer weather. We're going to be outdoors more often, and certain oils are photosensitive, especially citrus oils. So this means that if you have a citrus oil on your skin and that part of your skin is exposed to the sun, it can interact with the UV rays, causing a sunburn. So be very cautious when you are using any of these oils and going out and about. Whether you're, laying out on the beach, of course, that's obvious, but even just gardening or just walking outside or going to the zoo, just taking you a walk around your neighborhood, you want to be very cautious that you don't have any of these oils in any area where the sun could hit it, the sun could see it. The worst offender on this whole list is bergamot. So just be really, really careful about bergamot. In fact, during the spring and summer, I will typically only use bergamot on my feet, on the bottom of my feet, or in the diffuser. I don't even take the risk of, putting it on my neck or on my wrist, because that one seems to be extremely sensitive with the UV rays. So just be really super cautious with bergamot. And then you see the other list there. It's basically any citrus oil. Now you could use them internally, you could drink them, you could put them on the bottom of your feet, you could put them on your stomach. I have no problems putting things on my stomach because my bikini days are long gone, then really over. So the sun is never going to hit that area. So that's okay. But just be cautious about the back of your neck, your face, or, the sides of your neck. Okay. So how to make a roller bottle. So this is really super fun, and I have so many different roller bottles for different things. You just simply choose your recipe. You add your essential oils to an empty roller, and then you top it off with fractionated coconut oil. So it's really easy. doTERRA sells roller bottles, which I highly recommend. Their bottles are top quality. I think the price is very reasonable. And the thing that I love about their rollers is the actual the stainless steel ball. So I don't know if you could see that, but this is the best kind of ball, so to speak. You want stainless steel. So if you're looking for roller bottles to buy in bulk, always look for the stainless steel ball, and one that has like this black neck around it if possible, because that keeps the ball intact and instead of popping out. Sometimes the balls pop out, but love, love, love the doTERRA bottles. And it's really fun to make your own rollers. And of course, you can use the labels that you got from doTERRA. And there's also so many labels that you could just buy online if you want to make something really pretty. I have this here, really shiny, pretty label. This says high vibes. So I've made tons of things for myself and other people. So fun to make rollers. Okay, so here's a dilution chart. So depending on who you're making the roller for, if you're making it for a young child or a baby, it's literally like 2 to 3 drops of essential oil, and the rest is fractionated coconut oil. And then you can see you can increase the amount of essential oils as the person's age increases. So for adults like us, we could literally have half that bottle be essential oils and the rest would be the fractionated coconut oil. Okay, so this is a good recipe for head tension, aka headaches or migraines. You could combine 3 to 5 drops of peppermint, deep blue, and frankincense together in a 10 milliliter roller bottle. This is the 10 milliliter size. It's the same size that doTERRA sells. I think I have a little one. Oh, yes, I do. I lied. I have a little one. So sometimes we like to give away the little ones, the 5 milliliter roller bottles. So just watch your recipe and make sure you're putting the right amount of oils, dependent on the size of your bottle. But this is a great combination to use for occasional head tension, head pain, migraines, headaches, things like that. And you could just roll it on your temples. You could swipe it across your forehead. You can get it on the back of your neck, into your shoulder area. A lot of times people are getting tension headaches because many people are sitting at their computer all day long and they have poor posture. They're hunched over, they're on the phone like this, and it's just the worst for your neck and your shoulders. And I know this because as a massage therapist for 25 years, this is what I deal with every day. So I see it all the time. So be very cognizant of your posture, especially if you're working at a desk. Okay, so tummy tamer oils, these would be Digest Zen and peppermint. So when you're feeling any kinds of digestive discomfort, you could use these 2 oils either separately or together. I really like to use them topically. So if my stomach is hurting, or if I'm feeling like gassy or bloated, or I feel like nauseous, or stomach cramps, or anything that's related, constipated, anything that's related to digestion, I just take a drop of Digest Zen and I just rub it right on my stomach. Simple as that. And if I can't find the Digest Zen, or if I'm out and about and I don't have it with me, I always have peppermint with me. So I'll just use peppermint and put that right on my stomach. And usually within probably 2 minutes or so, I'm feeling better. So you'll find the oils act very, very quickly. And I love that about them, is that you can see a quick result when you're using them. So here's a recipe for a gentle detox bath. Lavender, frankincense, and tea tree. You can combine 2 to 3 drops of each with a 1/4 cup of Epsom salts for a gentle detox in your bath. When you're adding oils to your bath, always add them to Epsom salts first. So like we said before, oils and water don't mix. So they do need that emulsifying agent, which the Epsom salts would act as that. So if you just put the oils like directly into the bath, they're just gonna kind of lay right on the surface of the water, and they're not gonna do you any good. So you definitely want to mix them with the Epsom salts and then throw that all in the bath together. So incorporating the oils into the rhythm of your life. Bring your favorite oil to your massage therapist. Of course, if I am your massage therapist, you don't need to do that because I have all the oils. But someone else who is not enlightened like us, they may need to experience, using the doTERRA oils in your massage. Give your kids a back rub before they go to bed, just to calm them down and connect with them. I can't tell you how wonderful it was when my children were growing up. My kids were 2 and 6 when I started with essential oils. And just to have that bonding time with them and, rub the oils on their feet every night before bed. It was so lovely and so nice. And, I did it as long as I possibly could. And even to this day, my son is 18 now and my daughter's 23. When they don't feel well, they're like, Mom, put oils on my back. Mom, put oils on my feet. So they still want it. They associate that, those healing oils, they know how much better they feel after they get that oil application. And everybody wants their mom when they're sick, right? So even though they're older now, they still ask for that, which I love. So it's just a great way to just connect with your children before they go to bed. You could even massage oils into your jawline after dental work. So, sometimes you go to the dentist and you're, sore here. You could get lavender and just massage that into your jawline, or even deep blue. Really, really helpful. Okay, so the third way we're going to talk about now is using oils internally. So essential oils you've already actually used them internally. You probably don't even know it, because essential oils are used to flavor salad dressings, gum, mouthwash. So if you've ever had any of these products, you've already had essential oils internally. But what we're talking about here is, when we're taking oils directly from the bottle and adding them to water or taking them in a capsule, we're talking about doTERRA only. So just be cautious. These recommendations don't apply to the oils from TJ Maxx. Okay. All right. So how much can you actually ingest in a day? So the rule of thumb is no more than 24 drops in 24 hours. So the only times that I'm really making capsules for myself is when I'm sick. So that's not very often. So I tend to not make capsules because I'm lazy, to be quite honest with you. And I'd rather just knock them down, directly in the back of my throat, or put them in my water, or put them on the bottom of my feet. So I'm not making capsules very often, like I said, unless I'm sick. And then doTERRA has so many supplements made already, pre-made with the oils, that I feel like, okay, if I really want to take something internally, I'll just grab the soft gel. It's so much easier. So, but this is just a guideline if you're wanting to make your own capsules. I know a lot of people love making their own concoctions, that they're working on very specific things. Felicia, I'm looking at you, and that is amazing and awesome. Do you do what works for you, and whatever makes you feel good. But you can take oils in your water. You can take them under your tongue. Certainly there's certain oils I would not just put directly in my mouth. For example, lavender is disgusting. I have to tell you, it's so gross. It is just the nastiest thing ever. So, but the one that's the most nasty tasting is celery seed, in my opinion, the worst. So I'm sure you'll try this for yourself one day to see. I wonder if she's really right about that. I'm going to try it and you'll see. Oh my God, it's so disgusting. She was right. So celery seed is the nastiest one. The lavender would come in second, and then coming in third would be oregano. So be very cautious with oregano. A lot of people tell me, oh, I take oil of oregano all the time. And I'm like, stop. What you're taking from the health food store is totally different. than what this is. So doTERRA oregano oil is not diluted with anything, but people, tell me all the time, oh, at Whole Foods, I can get oil of oregano, and I just like get that dropper and I just go right in the back of my throat. It's so awesome. Like if you do that with a doTERRA bottle, you're going to call 911. I'm not kidding. It's going to be like fire. So do not do it. Do not put oregano anywhere near your mouth. Only on the bottom of your feet or in a capsule if you feel that you need to take oregano internally. So just be really cautious. And then for children, you could see that the chart is there as well. So obviously much less for children. Okay, so start using 1 to 2 drops of citrus in your water. That's the easiest way to start, trying out essential oils internally. Always remember to drink out of a stainless steel cup or glass. Never put essential oils in your Poland Springs plastic water bottle unless you're going to like drink it down like immediately. You could drink the whole water bottle within an hour or so. That's fine. But if you're going to nurse a water bottle for the whole day and just like take little sips throughout the day, I would not recommend putting essential oils in there because eventually the essential oils will start to break down the plastic. And then the petrochemicals from the plastic are going to leach into your water. So you don't want to do that. So always use stainless steel. I have my stainless steel water bottle here, or a glass. Okay. So remember we talked about the allergy combination, lavender, lemon, and peppermint together. So this is excellent in the diffuser, but also it's really excellent internally. And doTERRA has a convenient soft gel for this purpose called Tri-Ease. So this is the best supplement for allergies. And it's also great for congestion. So it's not only for allergies. I find this to be really helpful during cold and flu season if I get a cold, because it really helps with congestion too. So great, great, great thing to have on hand. Not only seasonal allergies, but pet allergies. I'm allergic to cats, like very severely. Felicia's allergic to dogs. So when she goes to my house, she has to take a Tri-Ease for my dog. When I go to her house, I have to take a Tri-Ease for her cat. So we're even, okay? But this is really great to have on hand, especially I imagine, I don't know if you have any animal allergies, Jennifer, but going to, different people's houses, you may run into that. So good one to have on hand so you're not like under attack when you're
I just wrote it down because I can't diffuse because of my birds. So this is exactly what I need, are these Tri-Ease.
Okay, perfect. Wish list. Okay, and here is an immunity capsule that you can make yourself with the veggie caps that doTERRA sells. The veggie caps, I think, are $4 for a big giant container of them, or you could get them in the health food store as well. But they're basically just empty vegetable capsules, and you just pull them apart, you drop your oils in, put the hat on, and down the hatch it goes. So On Guard, frankincense, oregano, lemon, peppermint, great combination for boosting the immune system and helping you to recover more quickly from whatever little illness that is attacking your body at that time. Okay, so these are one of my favorite products for throat health. And I am also a singer, and it's really important for me to protect my throat at all times and have a, good functioning vocal cords every week, because I sing every week in my church. So this is great for postnasal drip, sore throat, public speaking, if you're a teacher, if you're a singer, if you're an actor, if you're making presentations often, or if you're just really exposed to a lot of different people. I love to travel with these. So if I'm in an airport or if I'm on an airplane, I always pop one of these in my mouth, because that On Guard is just going to slowly coat my throat and protect it from any pathogens that may be present. And the ultimate internal use product, dun, 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 are we ready for this? This is going to give you improved digestion, regulate your blood pressure, improve pain and inflammation, give you a more positive outlook, and also help with energy and focus. It helps to regulate your hormones. It helps to clear brain fog and helps with joint pain and joint discomfort. So what is it? Drum roll, dun, 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 dun. It's lifelong vitality. Woo! So this is doTERRA's #1 best-selling product. And this always surprises me that this is the #1 thing, because let's face it, vitamins really aren't sexy. So I don't know, we just don't talk about them that often. But when you're not feeling great, you know, you're looking for any kind of options to help you feel better. And this just gives you that nutritional foundation of great nutrition that so many of us are lacking. Even if we have a healthy diet, it's really almost impossible to get the nutrients that we need from the foods that we eat. One, because there's so many GMOs present in our food supply right now, plus pesticides, plus franken foods that are created in the lab. Like, it's crazy. So it's very, very challenging for our bodies to get exactly what we need from our food. And so this is the answer to all of that. So here you see that little 12 in that little teardrop there. I'm wondering, what is that about? So the 12 represents the number of servings of fruits and vegetables that you will get with the full dose of these vitamins. So the full dose is 4 of each pill daily. Most people break it up, 2 in the morning of each of these, and then 2 in the afternoon. That's what I do. My mom takes hers at night, strangely. So she'll take 2 in the morning, and then her final dose right before she goes to bed. Apparently it doesn't give her energy, but for some people it does. So I like to take them right before breakfast and right before lunch. I find them best on the empty stomach, and then I eat right after. So what you have here is your Microplex VMZ, your whole food multivitamin and mineral complex. You have your alpha CRS, which is your antioxidant that gives you your cellular energy and protects the DNA in your cells. And then finally your Z omega, which gives you your omegas 3, 6, and 9 fatty acids, also has essential oils in there. So this is what's so great for cardiovascular health, and also mood regulation, brain health. So if you suffer from depression, anxiety, sad feelings, omegas are really, really critical to be helping you to overcome mood swings and things like that. Okay, so we want frequent flyer miles, right? How do we get those? Okay, so loyalty rewards is our ticket to earning frequent flyer miles. And it may be for you if you already have a rewards card that you swipe at the grocery stores, right? You love the idea of earning enough Sky Miles to get a flight completely free. If you use doTERRA oils, supplements, and everyday products enough to purchase 1 item a month at least, you want to watch your points add up in a bank and redeem for stuff on your wish list. So this, I think, is the most generous program that doTERRA has. You just need to order 50 PV to keep going up the scale of the percent back that doTERRA gives you. So the first 3 months that you're on loyalty rewards, as long as your order is at 50 PV or more, you're going to earn 10% back on that order. You can also have multiple loyalty rewards orders in a given month. So I love that, because if you forget to order something and like a week later, like, oh shoot, I forgot a bunch of stuff, you don't have to wait till the following month. You could just place a second or third loyalty rewards order in the same month. And then on month 4, doTERRA gives you a little raise. So you then earn 15% back on your orders, and then 20, 25. Eventually you'll cap out at 30%, which is where Felicia and I are. We've been there for 8 years now, earning 30% back on our orders, right? Which is so super cool, because I'm spending about 200 PV a month for my family of 4 and getting $60 back every month, which is very cool. So the other thing I love about this program is you only need to do 5 PV in your cart. So you don't have to do 50 PV, you don't have to do 100 PV, 5 PV. So that's basically a toothpaste. So Everyone uses toothpaste every month, one would hope. I think the exception to that would be my son. He's some sort of problem brushing his teeth regularly. I don't know why, but most people have no issue brushing their teeth twice a day, right? So even if you ordered a toothpaste, you know, on a month that you felt like, oh, I already have a lot of stuff, or I don't need anything this month, or I'm going on vacation or whatever, just order a toothpaste. You'll maintain the points that you've already earned. And you know, you wouldn't earn points on that 5 PV order, but you would just maintain your place in the program that you've already earned. One cool thing is the oil of the month club. So when your order is 125 PV before the 15th of the month, you're going to get the free oil of the month. And it's different every single month. This month is citronella, which is a really cool oil to have in your collection. It's great as an insect repellent, also great for cleaning, and really good for fungus, especially toe fungus and nail fungus. So really cool oil that most people don't have in their collections because it's a little on the obscure side. So I love that doTERRA, you know, provides us with an opportunity to get something for free every month with our purchase. Okay, so how do we do this? How do we get this order going? So you would sign into your account. You sign into doTERRA.com and you log in and you put your member ID number and then your password. You would create a new LRP. This is just the first time that you're creating your LRP template. Subsequent times, you'll see your LRP is already there from the previous month. So you'll just go in and edit that template. But for the first time, you're going to go in, create a new LRP. And keeping in mind, you could also, you don't have to do LRP. You could do a one-time order, a one-time standard order, but you would earn no points from that order. So really, loyalty rewards, I think, is the best way to go. Once you click create new LRP, a little calendar will come up and you can choose the date that you want that order to process. So just keep in mind that this person chose the 8th. I like to choose a date before the 15th, just in case I really want that free product of the month, which I always get it, of course, but I advise people to choose, you know, a date before the 15th. So if you want to go for that free product of the month, you know, you would be eligible to receive it because your date is before the 15th. Now, some people say to me, Lorinda, I set up my loyalty rewards order, but there were no dates available before the 15th. I only had dates at the latter part of the month. Now, what do I do? Does that mean I can't get my free product of the month? No, it means that you would go into your account on or before the 15th and just process now. So process that order immediately instead of waiting, you know, let's say for the 20th. You could just process the order early in the month, and then that counts as your order for the month, and you would get your free product of the month. So this is the date that your wellness box would be curated for you every single month. But unlike other subscription type of services, you get to pick the products that you want in your box every single month. So other companies, you get what they give you, right? And you either like it or you don't. Like, too bad for you if you don't like it. But this company I love, 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 because you have the full control and full choice to order whatever you want. If your date is on the 8th, for example, you just want to remember to go in by the 7th at midnight and change out your items from the previous month so you don't get a duplicate shipment. doTERRA does a pretty good job of reminding you. So they will send you a text reminder if you've opted in to receive text notifications. They also try to send you an email as well. And usually we are looking at that stuff too. So it's a little pet peeve of mine when people get duplicate orders. So I try to scan every single day, but I have 2,400 people on my team. So I don't catch all of them. But Felicia, I know she looks as well. So we try to, you know, make sure that you, that everybody's changing their items. So they're getting different things every month if they want that. You're adding items to your cart, and then, as it says here, just editing your cart each month with the new things. So when your initial LRP is set up and now you're going in, you know, month 2, when you log into your account, you'll see that order is already there from the previous month. So you'll just go in and edit the order and just start adding the new stuff that you want, and then take away the previous items. Don't do it the other way around, because it won't let you have an empty cart. So I always like to add the new things that I want right then and there, and then delete all the other things. You can also redeem your points to get free stuff. And I usually wait until I have 100 points accumulated before I start cashing them in. They do charge us $3 when we cash in points. So my feeling is, why get a bottle of lavender for $3 when I can get, 5 bottles of lavender for $3? So I usually wait until I have 100 points and then I cash in. Okay, so if you wanted to get everything that we talked about tonight, that were little wish list items, this would amount to about 139 PV. Of course, the stickers, the pump, like some of the items that we talked about have no PV. But typically, anything that you could consume or you could apply to your body does have PV. So here's the tips. Once again, set your date before the 15th so you can get the oil of the month. doTERRA sends you an email 2 days before, and you could also opt into a text reminder. Order what you would have spent at Target or Amazon or Harmon or ShopRite. So the idea is not necessarily to be blowing out your budget and spending more money than you normally would on health and beauty products. It's really more about diverting those funds to a different place. So if you already have a budget for ShopRite and for CVS and for Harmon, and you're buying your skincare at Macy's at the Lancome counter, so instead of doing that, just funnel that same budget over to doTERRA, because here you're going to get the better quality products that are safer for you and your family, and you're also going to earn points back on those purchases. I know when I used to buy those expensive creams at Lancome, I wasn't getting 30% back on my purchases, right? And those were super pricey creams, like $100 for a little thing, right? So now I'm spending much less money on my skincare, and I'm getting 30% back. So great. Okay, so that concludes, I did really well on time. I'm impressed with myself. All right, so that concludes my class for tonight. And I mentioned at the very top of the class that doTERRA does have a pretty awesome business opportunity. And I'm going to be going over that on Monday, April 11th at 7 p.m. for anyone who wants to hear more about how you could earn an income with doTERRA. So I'm going to stop my screen share right now and just ask if there are any questions, comments, feedback, anything. Take a drink.
I have a question. So for the oil of the month before the 15th, how many how much PV do you need to get the oil of the month? I forgot.
125.
125.
Mm-hmm. And you can only get it one time. So it's like a limit of one per person.
So I think my date is the 4th, I think.
Yep.
So if if I want to change it every month because I want to try everything, and I sound like a crazy person, but I kind of started with the letter A and I'm working my way down.
That's not crazy.
Like I want them all.
You'll be in the C's for a long time, by the way. There's
Oh,
a lot of oils that start with C for some reason, but go on.
So as long as I change it before the 4th, then it will ship, like it'll be part of my, okay. And let's say, I'm on there and I'm scrolling and it's on the 21st and I want to either like a gift or myself, whatever it is, and it's past the 15th, but that would have qualified me. Let's say I was below the 125, but this new one would bring it to, can I still qualify? Like or no, it has to be
before. Not automatic.
Okay.
It takes a little bit of a effort by Felicia to get that done for you. It's
I see. Okay.
So they're making it, and I think they did that for you, Felicia. Correct me if I'm wrong, but Felicia did.
Yeah, Logan did. Yeah.
Go to her account manager and ask them to combine your orders and look at your past order, and he did that.
So I should just like set an alarm then.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I would
Okay.
do. Yeah.
Good idea.
Set an
Okay.
alarm for the 3rd, just so you know that you have to,
Right.
do your order that day.
And there was two like what you had the slide with the calendar, which I've seen on the app, when I'm ordering. It was like order now or save and continue. What was so if I want, like, I don't want to get, how do I say it? Like, let's say a shipment, and how do I say it? I'm confusing myself.
Okay, I think I know what you're saying. So
Okay.
let's just say that you're maybe you're placing maybe you don't want to place a second order in that month, right? But you want to like fool around with your cart.
Like, I don't like,
let's say save it.
Like, let's say I'm already getting my stuff. I already did it and it's coming, and now I'm on there browsing and I found something. I don't want to wait till the following month.
Okay.
What's the difference in the buttons that I click?
So if you wanted to get that stuff right now, instead of saving it for your May 4th order.
Yeah.
Right. So you could just look at your cart and, check the items like, okay, I want all this stuff right now. I don't want to wait until May 4th. You would just hit process now.
And then, so I know that I'm getting this separate from my monthly shipment. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Just in case
we can go over that on Monday. I can show you on my laptop.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I woke up one morning and I thought, I really do want to try that. There was a Mother's Day one. It started with an M. And I thought, like, I really
Malama.
Yeah. I really want this, and I don't want it to come on my May 4th shipment.
Right.
I kind of want it like now.
Yes.
And I think I clicked the right thing. I'm not sure. I think I did. Like, so I'll get it now, not.
Yes.
Okay.
It processed already.
Process now.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
You're good.
Yeah.
And the other thing I forgot to mention is any order over $100 gets free shipping.
Awesome.
So that's really cool.
Awesome.
And then if it's under 100, but you're on loyalty rewards, you're going to get 5 points back for as a shipping reward. So you're going to pay $6.99 in shipping, but you're going to get 5 back.
So it's like $1.99 shipping.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that $100 or 100 PV?
It's 100.
I thought it was 100 PV.
PV.
Okay.
Okay.
You're right. 100 PV. But this is brand new since March 1st. So we're still, understanding all the nuances here. So doTERRA just changed this policy for us March 1st. And, we've been asking for so long, give us the free shipping, and they finally decided they could do it if the order is at least 100 PV. And you'll see like a little tracker on the top of your cart. It'll tell you, oh, you're only $20 away from free shipping. So a lot of people will, I don't know about you, I hate paying shipping. So I'll add the $20 to save $6.99. It's kind of silly in a sense, but like, I just don't want to pay free ship. I don't want to pay for shipping. Like, it just bothers me. So I'd rather make my order 100 PV so I can avoid.
No, that makes sense. And I like how you said that you can have 3, like, you wait till you have it. Like, why get lavender for $3.99 when you can have 5 for $3.99 or whatever it was?
Yeah,
$3.
just wait. Like, let your points like accumulate, and then it's so fun because then you have like 100 points. Like, oh my gosh, you get this box of $100 worth of stuff for free. That's insane. It's really fun to. It's like Christmas in July. Like, you open this thing, you're like, oh my God, this cost me $3. What the heck?
Save mine for the more expensive oils.
I feel like I'm never gonna be that person who's like, my doTERRA box comes and I'm like, oh, I forgot to change and I have lavender again, or like, no, I feel like every month I'm gonna be like, oh, I can't, like, I didn't forget to change. Like, I can't wait for my new stuff.
Yeah.
And then the other thing to share is
that you need to replenish, right? So
right. And then
like,
keep in mind that we have Felicia has pretty good stock. I have a very good inventory because as a massage therapist, I carry stuff for my clients. So if you ever do get a duplicate shipment and you're like, oh, just
Right.
ask us because we could trade with you. I
Cool.
have everything
Oh, very
here.
cool.
Everything.
Very cool.
I have no problem trading. You're local.
Linda has
so
a doTERRA store in her office.
seriously, I do.
One day I'm going to be able to say that too.
If you,
Goals,
I don't know if you
aspirations.
opened my medicine cabinet, but it's all
No, I
oil. It's all, you won't find any Advil in there or Imodium.
You know,
nothing.
when you
All
said
oil.
that you had mentioned to me that you cured your allergies with oils.
Yes.
So I did write him down. Like
Yes.
that was the first thing, because I suffer from allergies, and especially cleaning homes, the dust, and everyone's allergic to dust,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And it would just, and it's good to get it out, but it would be nice to go like seasonally, and if I am like around pets, I love pets and I don't like being allergic, and I do want this method in my life, as opposed to
You could bring a little travel diffuser with you.
I was thinking about that,
Yeah.
because I think clients would like that too.
Yeah, or we have diffuser necklaces. Like if
Yes,
you
I
wanted
have,
to-
and I have the
Jewelry.
that lava rock bracelet.
Yes.
And I keep thinking like, wow, like
Amazing.
these would be great gifts, like to give someone, like the oil and the, like, even because I bring gifts every time I go somewhere, like every time I
Yes,
clean,
yes.
right? And I feel like that's an awesome gift too. Like if people do like the oils and they do say like, "Oh, how smells so good," it's a great gift.
I'm seeing like a little side business for you here. I'm
Yeah.
seeing it. You may want to hop on that call on Monday night.
As soon as my plate is not full, I don't like to be committed when I can't commit.
I understand.
But yeah, I feel like this is a kind of very natural thing.
You're a natural. If you're already whipping oils out of your apron to help somebody who's
Yeah.
coughing,
Oh, not even, you said
you're a
keep it
natural.
nearby. Here's my digest, like on my nightstand.
Perfect. Okay.
It the other night. And where's this? Hold on. Where is here? You were saying how Felicia does, you whip up all your stuff. So here's mine that I just made.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's a butter, and I use the fraction coconut oil.
Good.
And then a bunch of aloe and a bunch of other butters, and then all the oils I've been, so I like, this is a perfect fit. I'm loving, I mean, I just started with doTERRA, and I can't even tell you like how many ways I've used it so far. And
yay.
this,
You
I
get a
bought
gold
four
star.
pack.
Gold
I
star
don't know
customer.
why. I should have bought like four packs.
Oh my gosh, Jennifer.
I know, right? Because of the
You
cleaning.
just reminded me, Jennifer. Guess what?
What?
You're the winner.
What do you mean?
I said I was giving a prize away on this call, and this was the prize.
Stop it.
And by default, you are winning because the Bermudian lady left. So it's you. It's yours. Woo!
Yes.
I can grab that from you over the weekend because I'm going to see Jennifer on Monday.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It'll be waiting for you.
Actually, because Jennifer's going to be at Mary's house tomorrow.
Oh, that's right.
Okay.
That's right. I am. Or her neighbors, but she said she lives across the street. Because her neighbor, whatever.
I'm gonna stop
She's cleaning
recording.
Mary's neighbor's house
Stop.
because he's getting out of rehab